Hey, bro, hit my intro.
What's happening, my visionaries? It's your man J Rock. Back in effect. I'm live and direct, and I'm coming at your neck with yet another video, baby. The video, man, as always, just like, subscribe if you want to. If you don't, then just do it if you want to do it, because Jesus said this was the right thing to do. What's happening, my visionaries? It's your man J Rock, back up in the stand with another video, man. About to check out Ambrosia, Holding On to Yesterday. So if you're watching any of my streams, you already know how much I like Ambrosia. And I've only heard two songs, Time Waits for No One and Drink of Water. And so far my favorite has got to be Drink of Water, because it sounded like sonically it's analogous to a Drink of Water, man. That song is just on a different level, man. The fact that I haven't seen more people talk about this band, I know the first album, I'm just assuming, I'm making assumptions. That gotta let me know if I'm wrong. But their debut album was Grammy nominated. It was a Grammy, either won a Grammy or nominated for a Grammy. Either way, it's back when the Grammys actually meant something. Back when you actually had talent, have to have talent to win a Grammy. You know, when the Grammy Awards were in a popularity contest or political statement. Anyhow, I digress. They either won or nominated for a Grammy on their first debut album. That's no small feat. So I presume that either they went plateau really fast and then crash really hard, and you just didn't hear that much good material from them anymore. Because let me be honest with you, if you release a Grammy nominated album for your first album, that pressure is gonna be on you for yourself. I've heard every musician I've heard, their sophomore album is always the one that just like, oh, just want to get it over it, because that's the one that when you make a great debut album, everyone's expecting that the next one to be just as good, if not better. So it's a lot of pressure. But y'all let me know what happened to him. So we got Holding On to Yesterday. This is from the same album of Time Waits for No One and Drink of Water, so I expect it to be amazing. Ambrosia has never ceased to just completely amaze me with the composition, the arrangement, and the levels of musicianship and musicality, man. Just never ceased to amaze me. I mean, on my stream, if you want me to just hate every song, just play an Ambrosia song from this album, and I'm gonna hate everything. Everything after is gonna pale in comparison. Anyhow, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm putting on my headphones of truth. Bam, with this fucking cord sticking out because Bluetooth tripping. Anyhow, Ambrosia, Holding On to Yesterday. Let's do it. Oh, bass. I mean, come on. I like the piano chords too. Oh, I thought I was gonna do it again. These niggas can do no wrong. These musicians cannot do any wrong, bro. I just don't understand how you can be this damn good. I don't get it. I cannot comprehend it, man. And I'm not, y'all know me. I'm not faking it. It's only been 12 seconds. What the hell? Snare too. Then you have the electric piano keys and then that guitar. Like, come on, man. Organ. Head voice, falsetto.
Days
harmonies, man. Oh my goodness, dude. I just don't, man. How do you get better than this? There's absolutely no way in hell that it's possible to exceed this. This is metaphorically speaking, this is knocking it out the park, a home run on the first time you bat it. Get the fuck out of here with this, man. This is on a different level. Goodness. Well, if I only thought I need you, then I'd keep you like before. And the vocals are so smooth, though. Ooh, these licks. And the violin, like, the harmonies, man, like, going up the octaves, go up the scale. This little rumbling sound, I don't know what that is. At the end of the bars. And this lead guitar is leading right into my soul, goddammit. How? How is it possible to be this fucking on? These are this is what we call astral alignment, because I don't know what day, what year, what time. This is just everything. It's like, it's just, even though it's kind of pseudo spirituality, quasi, whatever you want to call it, it's like being in a flow state. You're just in the presence of this. When they were in the studio, they must have just been looking at each other like, and somebody just started playing some shit, and then somebody else started playing something, and somebody else started playing something, and the next thing you know, 2 hours later, they had a whole album, and everything was just straight spice from beginning to end. from the first note to the last note, because there's just, and I haven't heard every song on this album, but come on. Come on. Y'all heard what I heard, right? I need reassurance here. You heard what I heard. And if you did, that's, man, the musicianship, the composition, the arrangement. Let me calm down. The compositionally, I mean, it's layers upon layers upon layers. I mean, I don't know if kind of somewhat similar to Pink Floyd in terms of compositional structure with less guitar work, whereas this is more. It's just less guitar work to me, honestly. It's not predicated on, like, David Gilmour's guitar pierces through the soul, but this entire structure of this song, from the lyrics, from the vocals to the guitar to the electric piano to the organ. I think it was a Wurlitzer. It kind of sounds like it got that same kind of frequency. Could be a Rhodes. I haven't heard both of those enough to know the difference on a frequency level, but I can kind of somewhat guess. Kind of sounded like a Wurlitzer. It was a little bit deep though, so it could be a Rose. I'm gonna go with it's a Rose, but y'all let me know if it could be could be just a Yamaha or something with electric piano function. Fuck it, but whatever it was, it sounded good. That's all I know. It sounded good. So yeah, but that compositionally, the way it was arranged, I mean, you just can't get no better than this, man. It's very orchestral in terms of the violin, the strings. It's just something about it that just, the atmosphere is on it. It's just it's atmospherical to no end. You could listen to this and float like you were you were laying inside of a fucking sensory deprivation tank. That's what I would just love to listen to this while, and you just feel like you're in fucking space, just floating. You know what I'm saying? In the atmosphere, dog. I mean, it just takes you to a different place. So, shout out to Ambrosia for that, man. And the vocals are so smooth, man. So smooth. Looking at the lyrics a little bit. Say, well, I keep holding on to yesterday. I keep holding on enough to say that I'm wrong. So, holding on to yesterday to me I interpret that as someone who's saying that they're holding on to the past. They're not allowing themselves to let something go. So he's saying, I keep holding on to yesterday. I keep holding on to the past. I keep holding on to memories. I keep holding I cannot stop the recollection of something. He said, I keep holding on enough to say that I'm wrong. So perhaps it's be about him in a relationship, and he's saying, look, I'm holding on to a love that's no longer, that we're no longer, maybe he's with someone, they're no longer together. He said, I'm holding on to that love that we had. But he said, I keep holding on enough to say that I'm wrong. He's saying that, and I interpret that as him saying that I keep holding on to this past because I'm wrong. And he's come to that realization, that self-realization that he was wrong, and he was the complicit factor in the reason why his relationship is no longer there. And he's just now recognizing that, and he's holding on. So perhaps he's, in his mind, it's almost too little too late, but he came to that realization. Goes to, I keep thinking that I'm lonely, but it's only missing you inside. So he's saying, I feel lonely. I keep thinking that I'm lonely, but it's only because, of that, of the guilt, that wanting to be contrite, that act of contrition, of wanting forgiveness is missing, that longing for this individual. Days where we were together, days that we were once together, seems they'll never come alive. So he's saying that that those reminiscing on the memories that we were together seem to never come alive, saying that the relationship is essentially dead. There's no possibility that it will be revived. There's no possibility that this individual that you're referring to will recidivate. She's not going to go back. And he's aware of that. He's cognizant. So I keep holding on to yesterday, holding on to the past. I keep holding on enough to say that I'm wrong. So he just keep holding on. He's holding on to the past just because he's come to that realization that he's wrong. And he says, Lord, I don't know when I'll see you. I can't reach you anymore. If only I'd known I need you, then I keep you like before. So this verse actually puts possibly a different meaning on my initial interpretation. Oh, no. He's saying Lord, like, because if it had a comma, I would have thought. He's saying Lord is like, when you when something surprised you, or just a dramatic expression like Lord. He's saying, I don't know when I'll see you. So he's saying, I don't know when I'll see the person, the woman. I can't reach you anymore. Can't get into contact with. If only I've known I need you. That kind of proverbial idiom of, if I had known now if I had known then what I know now. How many times did that happen to someone? Too many times. He said, if only I'd known then that I needed you, then I keep you like before. So before, I took you for granted. But if only I had known that I need you, then I wouldn't have taken you for granted. It goes back to I keep holding on to yesterday. I keep holding up to say that I'm wrong. Now I can almost visualize somebody on their knees just saying he's wrong. That complete, just allowing the emotions to really take over, and allowing himself to come to the full realization of that the wrongdoing, that ineptitude of understanding that when you make a mistake and understanding it at that moment. So yeah, this is a great song, man. I love it. I will say this: I have to always, when I react to these ballad songs and these kind of relationship songs that refer to relationships, and I see words like the word need. It bothers me because you don't need anyone. You want someone. And I would say this. I strongly, vehemently, will always perpetuate this idea that in order to be with someone, first you have to learn how to be alone. Solitude you cannot be in fear of solitude, because if you are in fear of solitude, if you are in fear of being alone, you'll settle for just any individual because they are wanting to be in your space for the moment. So if you let someone go, if you break up with someone, my favorite quote, I will quote it 1,000 fucking times, and I will continue to quote it. Robert De Niro's character in Heat, he said, I do not attach myself to anything that I can't walk away from 30 seconds or less. And I really behold to that statement. I behold to that virtue, because it's not saying that I'm above anyone, but it's saying that I'm above being with someone, beholden to someone, simply because I feel that I need to. I'm doing it because I want to, but I can just as easily not want to. So you got to have that respect for yourself. I will constantly, every time I see these, please don't let these kind of songs, I love this song, but please don't let these lyrics and stuff influence the way you think about relationships, because anybody that knows, you got to have respect for yourself, man or woman. You got to have respect for yourself. You have to have principles. You have to have values, things that you're willing to, that you will not compromise on. And if you let somebody go, there's a reason you let them go. Let them go. I understand. There's times where I've let somebody go. I said, damn, I should have kept her. But I let her go for a reason. And, now you move on from that. So, yeah, just my interpretation, my perceptions. But, as always, visionaries, I salute to you. Remember, always say blessed, never stress. Always do your very best. Live, love life. Why? Because life is beautiful. This is bop. This is my bop of the day. Bop of the day right here. I'm about to listen to this shit again after I get done recording. Best believe. Anyway, remember, always stay blessed, never stress. Always do your very best. Live, love life. Because why? Because life is beautiful. That's why I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side. Deuces. Wow.